Hey guys, welcome to another video on Inside Spurs. Sorry for missing in action for the last couple of days. I lost my voice, so as much as I wanted to speak, I couldn't speak. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It's probably a good thing that people don't want to hear me, but hey ho. Yeah, I'm in a bit better spirits today. Longley being signed is definitely going to help that for sure. So it's probably going to be announced tomorrow. He's doing his medical in the next 24 hours, so I assume it's going to be all right. But yeah, really awesome news that we've got another signing in 5. Feel like a Martin Tyler on FIFA shouting 5 of the best. You know, it feels so weird. Sorry, you see, after effects. It's still so weird to think. You think 5 weeks really for the start of the window being opened, and we've got 5 signings. Think of it as 1 a week. That's for Spurs bonkers. You know, I think it's awesome. I think it's great. You know, it does look like the sounds of it. There's still some final details to sort of be worked through between Barca and us, but it looks like we're paying a loan fee, probably a few million, and a portion of his wages. I think it'll be capped at around 85%. So we're not paying all his wages, paying a small fee towards Barcelona as well, but there is no buy option. And now, like I said, they're still negotiating, so don't sit there and be like, oh, that's rubbish, we're not going to get him done, he got no option. There's still a chance. I would personally like another option. I know I talked about sort of somewhere between 6 to 8 million, I think, in the last couple of videos, but it does look like if that deal goes ahead with no buy option, it means next summer that wonderful, wonderful merry-go-round of Alessandro Bastoni kicks back into gear again. So we'll have to wait and see. But no, 5. We're done. We've got 5. You know, it's great. You know, I'm going to come on to other centre-halves in a minute because I don't think we're going to be finished there whatsoever. But if you think about Longley being an actual centre-half compared to Ben Davies being a left-back, in that regard, it is an upgrade. It is another chance for us. You know, set piece aerially wise, we should be a lot stronger as well. I'm not going to say that we're going to thump in 20 goals a season from corners, not at all. But defending them, we should be better. So I'm happy with that. I predicted that we'd get Longley weeks ago. So being proven right again is pretty nice. So no, really good news on that, Longley. So he should be off onto the trip to Korea, which again, that's what this is all about, getting them in before the tour. Because when they get out there, they're going to be drilled into the ground fitness-wise. They need to embed themselves with the system more. You know, it gives him time. It gives him time for we have to play any meaningful matches, okay? Next one, Dan Kirkpatrick. Again, he's come out and said, Spurs are hoping to sign Jed Spence before they're leaving for South Korea, but remain locked in talks over the final details. Not really saying anything new there, is he, really? Jed Spence, yeah, it's one that's dragged on like a Bastoni. It's one that I've talked about wanting to get done just because of homegrown situation, the situation with Europe. Longley signing makes it even more difficult to really get our squad sorted. He does fit the bill. I wonder how much they're fighting over. I think they've got no issues with potentially a £20 million deal. I think the issues is, how is it structured? We're probably going, here's 12 mil, we'll give you 8 million add-ons. Well, they're going, give us 17 mil, we want 3 million add-ons. You see what I mean? I just hope it gets done. I hope we're not fighting for things past really next week. If that's still not done by the end of this week, maybe into next week, or even we've made any progress, I'm worried, and I think, like some comments I've had, it might be time to move on. But I think this is a lot of hot smoke blown from Borough. Because Borough want the money. That's that player that's not going to play there next season. They want the money. They just want as much up front as possible. You know, what that is saying, wait, we've got other options. You know, Newcastle might come get him. Newcastle might pay 25 million. Doesn't mean Jed Spence wants to play there. They've got Kieran Trippier, an England international, sitting there at right back. Jed Spence is not playing ahead of Kieran Trippier. Well, he might, but he's not going to consistently get ahead of Kieran Trippier. I don't believe want him. Like West Ham. Well, you know, again, he doesn't want to play at West Ham. He wants to play in the Champions League. Doesn't want to play in the Conference League. And I'm not going to make any jokes about the Conference League because we were in it last season and we didn't even get out of groups. So I'm not going to banter anyone for being in there. We just about got in there last season. and we didn't really do anything. So I think they're trying to sort of push this sort of narrative that he's got a market. He's got a market, and we're getting some good offers. You need to step your game up. No, you aren't getting those offers, in my opinion. I don't think you've got a market as much as you think. I think there's Dortmund, and I think there's Spurs, and I think his preference is very much the Premier League with Spurs, because you can sit there and say, yeah, but Dortmund, they're in an easier league. They might be able to win some trophies. Yeah, maybe, if Bayern Munich decide to just go live on Mars. Bayern Munich have a stranglehold over that league and those cup competitions. Man City and Liverpool are better than them. But Man City and Liverpool don't have a stranglehold over all our leagues and competitions. The league, yes. The competitions, Liverpool might have won both last year, but you look at Arsenal's won it recently, Chelsea's won it recently, Leicester's won it recently. They've not got that. So, again, it's a huge, exciting project, Spurs, now. This is the investment that we wanted post-Champions League final run. We now got it with a world-class manager, and I can't stress the world-class of that enough. And I'm not going to sit there and go, he's not getting backed. He is getting backed. We've signed 5 players in 5 weeks. You can't sit there and say he's not getting backed. What Conte wants, before we fly out, he just wants one more. No, I'm not going to sit there and say he's greedy. Not at all. But it might even be a case that this might get done and we've been a couple of days out in Korea, which, yeah, it's a couple of days you get less with him, but it's not the end of the world, I'm sure Jed is pretty, if he was to come, pretty pumped to get under the regime, get working, really get going. And yeah, he's such an attacking, exciting youngster. 20 million nowadays, nothing. It really is nothing, which is scary and think about it. I've got to mention about Longley. Conte has spoken to him already as well, by the way, which is really nice. I think Conte probably was the most, I would say he's the most determining factor. I think he was a huge factor in him coming. I think Champions League also helps. Conference League, didn't want to play there. Don't blame him. Champions League, I want to play there. See what I mean? But good. I think he's going to be welcomed. There's plenty of talent in that squad. And I love the fact that we're bringing in another talented centre-back. I did a video talking about him and his play out from the back. He's got it, and he's one of the better ones as well. So that's really good. So yeah, on Spence, it hasn't really progressed. So don't expect him to be signed tomorrow or anything like that. I think a lot of people were sitting there going, and they, with a report a couple of days ago, deal agreed. Deal's not agreed. All the main sources have said deal's not agreed. It's other tier 2 sources saying, yeah, it's been agreed, because they want to try and get the in the know, get ahead of the game, that if it's right, they look amazing. And when it's wrong, you look like a moron. And they look like morons. When you look at a Paul O'Keefe, Alistair Gold, Fabrizio Romano, just to name 3, there's loads more. Those 3 have said it hasn't even progressed. Couple of outgoings. Right, going to start with Harry Winks. I talked about Harry Winks leaving a few weeks ago now. I am surprised it's not actually progressed anything. We thought Everton was going to be the one. We had Palace. This one came out probably about half a day ago, so about 12 to 18 hours ago, sort of thing. Leicester, okay. That came from Sammy Mockbell, okay. And Leicester are interested in Harry Winks. Don't know what that leads to, but hey, I've said I want James Maddison. Is there any chance we just slide a Winks in there, take a few pennies off? I don't know. I really hope we get Maddison. I think Tielemans is looking likely to go to Arsenal. Don't hold me on that, but all the reports look like it's going to be that sort of direction. I hope ours direction is Maddison. I think he'd be perfect in our team. I think he'd be brilliant in our team. And I mean, it would be nice to be able to supply Harry Kane with some really quality service. Well, James Maddison is quality service, so. But yeah, Harry Winks seems like he's got a market, which is quite nice. What that market looks like in terms of, if they buy deals, they loan deals, I don't know. But I think Harry Winks is the replacement for Tielemans. And they want about 30 million for Tielemans. So I hope Leicester don't sit there and go, hey, here's 10 mil. We know you've got money. He's clearly not worth 10 mil. He's English. So English tax is already 10 mil on its own. already. It's probably more, but let's say it's 10 mil. We probably want 10 mil anyway. It's probably like 20 mil. I'd probably say it's anywhere between 15 and 20 mil. It might be 15 with some add-ons, because add-ons seem to be the trend of this window. So I think it's a good move for Winks. When you think about the teams we talked about, they weren't top half of the table teams, really. Now we're talking about one that finished, I think it was 8th last season. So that's a good move for Winks if he can get it. Why not? Tanganga. Spoke about him and Roden, loan deals abroad, etc., etc. It was ages ago. I think it was even January that this rumour first came to light. AC Milan and Tanganga, a loan deal. Well, Di Marzio said recently, sort of the last 12 hours or so, AC Milan are still evaluating Tanganga. So clearly got some interest there. I said about him going to Atletico Madrid that I didn't think it was the right move because of the fact that they're not attacking enough. I do think AC Milan are more attacking than Atletico Madrid. They're one of the big boys in that league. They are technically the biggest due to them winning the title last year. Juventus could have a bit of a say in that, so could Inter. But he would get game time. He would get development on his play. And in Italy, everyone knows Italian defenders can defend. Okay? I don't mind that move whatsoever. In my opinion, I actually really, really like that move. A little bit about Conte. Okay? The main man. The GOAT. Conte this has come out recently. Okay? That he is prepared to be ruthless with his squad selection for South Korea. Okay? That means he'll leave people at home that he doesn't want to take with him. So if he doesn't rate you, you're staying at home. Does look like that's in Ndombele and Lo Celso. Those two will be gone in the next few weeks, in my opinion. They're not Conte players, and that's fine. There's nothing. They're not to say they're not good players. They're just not Conte players. And to me, I want a squad full of Conte players. Mourinho's using Poch's players. You think Nuno is using Mourinho and Poch players. You think. Poch was probably even still using some of AVB's players. This is a squad that I believe it's now finally, and that's what you should do. When you get a new manager, you've got to back that manager. Get the players that he wants. Get the players out that he doesn't want. We're doing it finally. We've gone to Conte, look, January last January it's been, can't really do a lot. It's January. It's a horrific time to sort squad out, players in, players out. We can, summertime, we can definitely do it. We now get saying, look, this is now your squad. Or thereabouts. We'll keep improving upon this. So, really good on that. Just one last thing. It was. I found it really interesting to sort of read. Just a few comments. Really, it came from Ian Wright, Arsenal striker, Palace striker, and I'm just going to break down just a few words from a show that was on. It was talking about Spurs. And I'll read you. Just a little bit. I'm not going to read all of it because I'm not going to sit here and talk about it more. But this is what I believe. If you're hearing it from an Arsenal legend, non-deluded Arsenal fans, and United and Chelsea's and all these teams, they've noticed the same thing. It says, I feel Tottenham are going to cause problems. You can't not be jealous of their summer, especially coming from the other side of North London. They are frightening. I love his honesty. I believe we're frightening. I believe when you look at last day of the season to now, leaps and bounds we're better, okay? We're a few points behind Chelsea last season, okay? They had Tuchel from the start of the season. They pumped a lot of money in last summer. We didn't have our Conte. Had we had Conte at the start of the season, we would have finished above him. See what I mean? That's how good Conte is. Now bringing him in a squad of players that he really wants, that he knows he can work and mould into the system that he wants to use, we're only going to be better. That's not to say we're going to win the title. I have to keep repeating that because I think some Spurs fans go, got to sign 5 players, we might sign a couple more, see all this money, we're title winners. Nope, no we're not. But we're closer to the top 2. And I think that's the important thing. Every year can we keep getting there, that we're not 20, 30 points behind. I don't want to ever be that. Not to say that we're going to ever be like 1 or 2 points behind and things like that. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but if it's 20 points, let's get that down closer to 12. Let's make that step, We saw we can go toe-to-toe with them. We need consistency week in, week out against some of the lower teams. We think away at Burnley. Why are we losing there? Losing at home to Southampton and Wolves, what are we doing there? You know? But I like that he's noticing, because if he's noticed it, other fans have noticed it. And you'll always get Arsenal fans that will go, yeah, but we got Gabby Jesus. Cool. Got Harry Kane. So conversation's over there. Nice to talk. It's about, really, now, that depth that we need. I think a lot of fans sit there going, oh, but why buy Richarlison? 60 million? We could have spent that on a centre-half. We've still got money to spend on centre-half. It's not that money was only for set one player. That might be other players. But we need a quality striker options. We need quality attacking options. Top teams have them. We didn't. We might have Son and Kane that, as a duo, might be the best in the league. But we never had anything behind them. That's why I bought Richarlison. But guys, that's the end of my video today. It's a shorter one. Good to be back. Good to be chatting Spurs again. Good to be chatting Spurs in a nice, positive light. Let me know what you think. Let me know next signing, who's it going to be and why. Let me know about Spence, okay? But drop us a like. Drop us any comments that you think about. Give us a subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Take care.